Good morning and welcome to Mission Control Houston and the International Space Station Update. We're joining the International Space Station Flight Control Team in the Space Station Flight Control Room here at the Mission Control Center in Houston, where the Orbit 2 team is on console at this time, and they're led today by Flight Director David Korth. You can see here in the blue shirt with Josh Matthew in the Capcom seat next to him. On board the International Space Station, the Expedition 30 crew has been awake since midnight Central Time, and they are now more than halfway through their day. U.S. Commander Dan Burbank and U.S. Flight Engineer Don Pettit, as well as European Flight Engineer Andrei Kuipers and Russian Flight Engineers Anton Shkaplerov and Anatoly Ivanishin and Oleg Kononenko, are currently orbiting 237 miles above the coast of England, just about to pass over Bristol and London in the next few minutes. And then we'll be crossing over to the Netherlands, where Kuipers is from. Burbank, Shkaplerov, and Ivanishin launched to the station in their Russian Soyuz TMA-22 vehicle on November 13th and docked to the space station on November 15th. So they're working on their 106th day in space and their 104th day at the space station. Kononenko, Kuipers, and Pettit followed them into space in their Soyuz TMA-03M on December 21st and arrived at the space station on December 23rd. They're now working on their 69th day in space and their 67th at the space station. Both halves of the crew still have a good deal of time left in their stay. Burbank, Shkaplerov, and Ivanishin are scheduled to leave in April, and Kononenko, Kuipers, and Pettit aren't coming home until July. But Burbank, Shkaplerov, and Ivanishin did spend some time in their Soyuz TMA-22 today as part of an emergency egress drill the crew is required to participate in periodically. In particular, this drill is called for sometime in the 12 to 14-week range of their stay at the station. In addition to that work, the Russian members of the crew spent a good deal of their time today unloading the Progress 46, which arrived at the station on January 27th, carrying just under 3 tons of food, fuel, and equipment, including 2,778 pounds of spare parts and experiment hardware. And as usual, there's plenty of scientific work going on board the station today. In particular, Don Pettit has been working on 2 experiments, the SLICE experiment and the BCAT-6 experiment. SLICE stands for Structure and Liftoff and Combustion Experiment, and that's aimed at improving the computer models of flames using unique data that can't be obtained on Earth. That is only available in microgravity. And the BCAT-6 is the Binary Colloidal Alloy Test number 6, and it looks at the molecules of a new type of liquid crystals that can rotate the polarization of light. That's what's going on in space today, and this is Mission Control Houston.